Hello everyone, I'm doing a talk today about self-sabotage, why we do it, because we do it for a reason. I call self-sabotage stinking thinking. It's where we can have really set mindsets that might be very negative and we don't even question it. It's just the narrative that goes round and round in our minds, and it's really self-destructive, but we're so used to doing it we don't question it, and this is where it goes wrong. I think we can typically give our minds so much power, and our minds are incredibly powerful, but I always feel that our minds only see a very small part of the bigger picture. The mind is so limited. It can only deal with things that are tangible, present, there, measured, quantified, visible, evidenced. But there is so much more to us. And when we self-sabotage, we get stuck in a mindset. So be it fear, be it not good enough, be it other people's thoughts about us, where we actually believe those thoughts just because somebody said them, rather than thinking, is that true? Is that what I think? So where we regain power and get away from self-sabotage is we start to check in with our thinking. So when the narrative starts playing out in the background, the narrative that's automatic, that often we don't even check in with, we start noticing, I'm not feeling too good today, I'm not feeling too secure, I'm feeling quite anxious. What is going on in my headspace? And that's where it starts. So you may notice that you're running through scripts in your mind of why you're not good enough, of why you should be fearful, of catastrophizing, of how everything's going to go wrong, whatever it might be. Because whatever your self-talk is what you're going to believe, because that's the talk that you hear all day long. You hear your words more than anybody else's. However, do you ever check in with sometimes how you're talking to yourself, how you're reflecting on yourself and valuing yourself? Could be somebody else's words that you've just internalized. So for example, if you had a childhood of being brought up and being continuously criticized, you may find that you're actually doing to yourself the very thing that was done to you that you did not like back then. But what happens is we start to internalize the feed that we were given. So if we're constantly told off over something, we might just be playing that in the background. Well, I'm not going to be able to do it now because I'm not good enough at it. Whose voice is that? Is it really yours? Check in with what you're playing. It's self-sabotage. Often we do it without even questioning. You know, we can form habits and behaviours that are really destructive. It's self-sabotage, but we're doing it for a reason. So we think of self-sabotage as horrendous and terrible, and yeah, it's not great, is it? But be compassionate to self-sabotage. Why have I formed this habit? Why have I formed this behaviour? Why am I addicted to something? These things are actually harming me. They're hurting me physically. They might be damaging my self-esteem. I might be hurting myself emotionally. I may not be being kind to myself. But what is it serving? Where have I learnt it from? Why have I got it? Has it protected me in some way? So people in addiction, drinking drugs, sex, gambling, they do it because in that moment, it takes away pain, it takes away fear, it gives you a happy feeling. But remember, it's only temporary. So we get into these addictive patterns through self-sabotage, actually to help ourselves, to free ourselves, to get rid of pain. It works for so long until it works no more. So you go bankrupt, you get ill, your body starts failing, you start to lose everything in your life because these behaviours are destructive, self-sabotage. But we can afford to be compassionate to what the self-sabotage is. Usually starts in here. What am I telling myself about myself? Am I being my own best friend, or am I being my own enemy? And where did my mindset come from? Again, it's not with judgment to anybody that might have fed it to us over our formative years. It's with, okay, that's not actually my values, that's someone else's. I can start to retrain my mind, because if you learnt it, you can unlearn it. Happy weekend, everyone.